sama papa. Hey.
The movie begins on Bengalor Island in 1982, where a girl is searching for her father. She is very scared, and then someone stomps on the ground, and only then some evil entity pulls her from behind. Now after a few years, we see a family consisting of Bara, her daughter Lara, and her stepmother Annisa. And we see that Lara doesn't like Annisa much. All three of them are going to an island for a holiday, and this is the same Bengalor Island. They are welcomed on the island by Miss Ringani, who will assist with everything they need throughout their visit. She tells them that this island is not a popular destination, so it's still pristine. However, they notice that locals are looking at them very weirdly, which they also find very strange. Now after walking in the woods for some time, they finally reach their villa. Ringani shows them their villa and they like it very much. She then takes them to show their kitchen and Lara stays there and starts exploring the villa. She sees a cellar door there. But just then Ringani comes there and takes her for dinner. They like the dinner a lot, and during this, Bara starts praising Annisa a little bit, which Lara doesn't like, and she leaves there. Bara follows her to her room and tries to talk to her. But Lara says she doesn't want a new mother. Bara explains to her that his job requires him to go on trips, and he can't always look out for her. He married Annisa to complete their family. She could try to give her time, and she will grow to love her. Later, they are all enjoying themselves on the beach when a man is watching them hiding in the bushes, and he also has a dog. Now that night when Lara is sleeping, suddenly the window of her room closes and many hands are seen there. But when she wakes up, the window is open. Just then the door of her room opens and she sees someone passing. She thinks it was her dad. But then someone calls her name, and she sees a shadow that attacks her and takes her away. Hearing her scream, Bara comes to her room where Lara is crying on her bed. Annisa also comes there and sees that Lara is quite scared. Now the next day, Lara sees the same man hiding in the bushes, seeing which she gets very scared and tells her dad that she saw a strange man there. But Annisa says that she might have seen some wild animals. Now at night, Annisa makes fruit punch for Lara, but Lara says that she does not like fruits and goes to her bedroom. Annisa doesn't like this and tells Bara that she has been trying to win Lara's heart for 6 months, but she outright rejects her. Just then Lara comes there and tells Bara that she wants to sleep with him, and Annisa does not like this at all. But for the happiness of Bara and Lara, she agrees to it and tries to sleep with headphones on. Outside we again see the strange man with his dog, and here in the villa suddenly an evil entity haunts Annisa. Lara wakes up to someone's voice and sees that Bara is not on the bed. But when she goes to find him, we see Bara on the bed. Here Annisa hears someone crying and sees Lara crying standing in a corner. When she goes to her, Lara hugs her. But on the other hand, Lara sees Annisa going to a room. She follows her to the room and asks her what she is doing here. However, she gets surprised to see her mother there. But suddenly her mother catches fire and asks Lara to go home. Annisa hears Lara scream and realizes that it is not Lara, and she pushes her away. And the next moment the entity vanishes from there. Bara also hears Lara's screams and goes to her. And then Annisa also comes there, who is shocked to see Lara there. The next day Lara tells Bara about this. However, he feels that she is making up stories. But then Annisa says that she experienced similar things last night. Bara thinks that they are doing all this for his attention, and only then Ringani comes there. She tells Bara that someone from Jakarta is looking for him and he sees 2 men waiting for him outside. Bara tells his family that he needs to go back to the office, due to which Lara and Annisa are not happy at all. Annisa says that they came here together and they should go back together. But Lara says she wants to stay here as she saw Mom last night and want to see her again. Bara says he will come back soon after finishing his work, and then he leaves from there. Now later, Lara is playing alone on the beach when suddenly she hears someone's voice. The voice says that she is a bad girl, and Lara goes inside the forest following the voice. On the other hand, Annisa discusses with Ringani that she thought this marriage would make her life better, and Lara only cares about her father. Suddenly the weather turns bad outside, and Annisa and Ringani's head into the forest to find Lara. Here Lara is lost in the jungle, and here we see that strange man too, who asks Lara to go away. Only then Annisa hears Lara scream and she comes to her. She drives the man away, after which Ringani's also comes there, and Annisa tells her there was a creepy hunchback man who tried to scare Lara. Later Ringani's tells Annisa that the name of that man is Salam and he is crazy, and he lives alone in the woods with his dog. She will make sure he will never bother her and Lara anymore. Now in the night, Lara wakes up from some sound and the door of her room opens automatically. Her ball comes rolling in her room, and when she throws that ball back outside, it comes back inside. She again throws the ball out, but this time the ball does not come back, and she sees a girl playing with her ball, seeing which she gets very scared and hides in her almirah. Here Annisa is unable to sleep and she realizes that there is someone's hair under her feet. When she looks under the bed, she finds the hair going over the almirah and an evil entity is sitting there. Here a voice tells Lara that she is a bad girl, and then she sees that evil entity next to her. Lara comes out and bumps into Annisa and tells her about the girl. Only then her ball comes out of the room and they both run away from there. Now the next morning when Ringani's comes there, Annisa tells her about all this and says that she believes that something is wrong with this house. Ringani's tells her that every land has an owner. There are humans and the spirit's world. She understands her situation and she might be able to help her with something. She performs a seance at their house that night in which she sacrifices a raven bird. Later, Annisa tells Lara that Ringani's have banished those spirits away from the house and now she is safe. Now here we see that the bonding between Lara and Annisa is also getting better and they both start talking to each other. Annisa starts telling her about her childhood, and in the meanwhile Lara falls asleep. After putting her to sleep, she comes to Ringani's, who tells her that she cannot drive away the spirits. She could only temper the bad intentions by giving them a small offering to calm them. Now the next morning Lara and Annisa go grocery shopping, but all the locals start keeping their distance from them. They find it very strange, so they both return home. Ringani's also does not come to their house that day, and Lara says that she feels that her dad is abandoning them. Annisa explains to her that her dad will be back soon, after which she brings her to her room to put her to sleep. Now after putting her to sleep, she goes to the washroom, and after some time Lara wakes up. Only then she sees her dad there and she starts going after him. She comes down when she hears some sound from that cellar door, and only then something falls behind, which makes her very scared. On the other hand, when Annisa comes out of the washroom, the bathroom door opens again, and when she enters, we see the entity there. Only then does the bathroom door shut and the entity starts moving towards her, but she manages to open the door. Here Lara comes back to her room and she is very scared. Then suddenly her blanket is removed and that entity is lying there. She runs to Annisa and asks her to leave, but then another entity appears in front of them. Just then Salam comes there and asks them to go out and keeps that entity there. Annisa and Lara try to ask people for help by going to the village, but when no one answers them, they decide to go to Ringani's house. They both reach her house and find that her house is very creepy. Lara asks Annisa to go back, but only then she sees Ringani's photo there. There Lara finds a photo of Bara with Ringani's, and Annisa also gets shocked to see this. Lara then sees her mother in the house and she follows her into the forest. Here in the house, Annisa finds some more photos, and before she could understand anything, Ringani's knocks her unconscious. After some time when she wakes up, she sees Salam there, due to which she gets very scared. Salam calms her down and gives her something to drink, and then tells her that he has been trying to warn her. This island is a place where people sell their souls to the devil, a place where they sacrifice their loved ones. Because of his appearance, people wanted to be befriended him. Then one day he heard about a woman who could help him, in return for him sacrificing a person he cared about the most, and she needed offerings for her eternal beauty. One night, he left her daughter alone in the jungle, asking her to wait there for him. After he leaves, Ringani's comes there and makes her sit there, and then she summons the devil. Salam is watching all this hiding in the bushes, after which Ringani's wakes up the devil and she drags Salam's daughter away. His wife cursed him, and after which she got mad, and then died on the island. He then tells Annisa that the spirits that haunt the house are bound to that place after they were sacrificed, and the ritual Ringani's performed is not to ward off the evil spirits, but to summon the devil. The people in the village are those who are cursed and forced to stay on this island because they failed to deliver their sacrifice, and some of them are who escaped from being sacrificed. He then says Lara is an offering from a person who made a deal with the devil, But Annisa cannot believe that Bara could do this to Lara. He offers her to leave the island, but Annisa says she will not leave Lara as she is her daughter now. Salim then tells her that tonight's full moon is her last chance to save her, and he gives her a bag of sea salt as it will repel the devil. Here Lara comes back home following her mother, and the door shuts as she enters the house. Then we see Ringani's preparing for the seance, and Salim also comes there. He tries to stop her, but she asks him to leave, and when he does not leave, she tries to kill him too. Here Lara is confronted by her mother, and Lara tells her that she wants to be with her. But only then Annisa reaches there and tells her that she is not her mother. Only then the devil begins to scream and comes in her original form. She then attacks Annisa and tries to drag Lara away, but Annisa repels her with the help of sea salt. Outside, Salim tries to fight Ringani and manages to knock her down. Here in the house, Devil attacks Annisa and takes Lara from there. She locks Lara in an almirah, and before Annisa could get her out of there, Devil comes there and attacks her. Outside, Salim stabs Ringani, due to which the devil vanishes from there. Lara comes out of the almirah and wakes up Annisa, but Ringani also regains consciousness and kills Salim. Annisa leaves the island with Lara, and Bara is now trapped there like everyone else. We then see Ringani performing the seance, and the movie ends here. Please like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon never to miss new video updates. Thanks for watching.